Well, we talked about jail quite a bit, man, and Mike Epps went viral, and he got a lot of criticism, man. I think he was sitting down with Jim Jones on Jim Jones's new podcast, and he said people shouldn't be celebrated for coming home from prison, and he pissed a lot of people off, man.
Before I answer this, what's your thoughts on that?
Man, I think you should be I don't think you should be celebrated in a way like, oh, you know what I'm saying, like it's an accomplishment. But man, if you do 30 years in prison, man, I think you should come home and definitely have a party. And I think it should be more of like a welcome home party versus like a celebrating going to prison party. But yeah, I'm for the parties, bro. Not in the celebration of going there, but in the celebration of making it home alive and being home with your family.
On God.
That's my little slightly distinction from what he was saying.
Well said. Because I feel similar to that. Because I don't even feel like people were celebrating what he did. I don't think they were celebrating, the death of the victim or nothing like that. I feel like he served his time, he paid his debt to society, and his loved ones want to see him on the street. They happy to see him. I feel like that, you feel me? And shout out Mike Epps. I'm cool with Mike Epps. I know Mike Epps.
I think, the culture in California, when you come home from prison from like a 10-year bid or something, like you're the big dog in the hood. So right. That might have been kind of what he was referring to. Like the streets definitely, if you're a gangster and you did your time and you stayed solid, you didn't roll it up or nothing, you know what I'm saying? You come home and you a big dog in your hood. So maybe that's what he was talking about, but that's not exactly what he said.
But shit, when I seen him, he shook up with me. He one of the GDs.
Mike Epps?
Yeah, he one of the guys.
Nah, get the out of here.
Oh, insane,
what?
Bro. I swear to God.
Where'd Mike Epps grow up at?
Gary, Indiana.
Oh, what?
Mike Epps, one of the folks.
Oh, no. How'd you find out he was a GD? Is it just kind of one of those things that everybody knows?
Well, what Ruger song, let the GDs in the door, you feel me? Like, we know our people, basically. And that's something a lot of people already knew. That was like, amongst the guys, that was common knowledge.
Wow. Okay. I mean, have you ever been around him or seen him hanging out with any GDs?
When I seen him, he told me that Shorty G had just got out.
I don't know who that is.
Shorty G used to run with Larry Hoover.
Okay. Is that okay? Okay. Another guy that used to hang with Larry Hoover just came out of prison not too long ago. So I don't know if that's the same guy.
Probably.
That was I think a few years ago.
Yeah, I seen him. Last time I seen Mike Epps was in Cleveland. I was doing security for Bubba Dub, the comedian. So, when I seen him right there, he was like, yeah, you hear Shorty G? He's like, what's up, big folks? Shorty G finna get out. He shook up with me, so it's like, I feel like you ever get to that point where you are always, like your street side of you will always be there, but now you on grown man time?
Yep.
I feel like that's what's going on with Mike Epps for sure. Because, I did see some people, I seen some little kids. I'm like, man, you are 13. What could you possibly know about Max B? You feel me? Like, I did. I'm like, I think he might have been seeing like the social media vapors and like, hold on, man. Y'all can't even possibly know who he was. You feel me? So, but this ain't the first time we heard something like this. What's the dude who sang the Lion King song? he was talking about people celebrate Boosie for going to jail. I think it's a misinterpretation, man. Like, people are supposed to come home and get embraced by their people if they stood tall. If they stood tall, people should get embraced by their people, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't got like no crime against women and children, and you don't got no crazy charges like that.
You know, he's always been kind of joking. You know, his kind of thing, he's always kind of made fun of gangsters. I remember he even had that video where like he was like, I wanted to be a gangster. I thought I wanted to be a gangster or something like that.
Right.
And they're making fun of him in the video. It was hilarious ass video, man.
Man, he seen
Trying to
me,
be a gangster.
He seen me and shook up folks with me, man. And told me about some big names that was coming home, so. That's why we do these.
Crazy.
That's why we do these interviews. You feel me? Shout out Mike Epps. I got his number too, though. I'll send it to you if you want to try to get him on here.
I would love to work with Mike Epps.
All right.
For sure. When you hear about how California gangs are structured and the different politics, you know, what do you think about it? Do you think like, oh, this is normal, or do you think like, yo, this shit sounds really kind of like really different than what you hear go on in Chicago?
Okay. I feel that it's more organized. And I'm gonna be careful how I say that because every time I say something, making videos, oh, he's saying it's an organized crime group. So let me say this, right?
It is. It is more organized. That's a fact.
You feel me? I feel like it's more organized, and when it's
The OGs got more say-so and more control over the gangs over here.
Yeah, like I wish it was like that where I was from. Like if it was like that where I was from, because I remember where you used to get reprimanded for shooting in front of innocent people, shooting up houses, shooting in front of kids. I remember when it was repercussions for that. I remember when you had to get permission if you was finna go step, if you was finna go slide. I remember you can get put in violation. It ain't none of that no more. Like we call it a violation. You know, out west, they call it a DP, a disciplinary. So, I always say I respect the politics because it seemed to be a well-oiled machine. Cause bro, without it, in my city, I know what it's like without it. And it's anything goes. Man, you could be with your babies. You finna get spilt on the game. You feel me? And if you got a problem with somebody from a certain area, you could call and line up a conversation. You could line up a fade, or whether it's a clubhouse meeting or whatever. You could call certain people who got voices and try to work it out. Well, where I come from, well, hell no. One disagreement and it's that. Straight up. And bro, that's monkey shit, bro. You know what's the most purchased item in all grocery stores across the world? Bananas.
What's that?
Bananas.
Really? Okay.
And they say human beings don't come from monkeys. Like we look around, all we see is monkey shit going on all the time. It's like, damn. I see why we share 98% of our DNA with the chimpanzees.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.